Welcome to the Hilton Head Livin podcast. I'm your host, O.T. Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you have the best time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I am joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
All right, on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be going through all of the things happening on Hilton Head Island in December. We're going to be talking about our favorite new thing from last week. And as always, we're going to answer the people. But before we get into all of that, if you could please rate or like this podcast wherever you're listening or watching, it would really help us out. And all of the events that we are going to cover in December on Hilton Head are going to be in our Hilton Head Livin newsletter that you can go and sign up for. It is free to sign up, and you can sign up at hiltonheadlivin.com. So make sure to go sign up for that. And with that, Jess, what is happening in December on Hilton Head Island?
From December 1st through the 16th, Santa and Sirens will be traveling through the neighborhoods across the island as local fire departments escort Santa on their trucks. And each night covers a different route, a different neighborhood, and families can step outside to see Santa drive by with lights and sirens. And I believe Mrs. Claus is there too. Don't forget about her. And so you can check for the days and the times that they'll be going through each neighborhood. Christmas Bells, a feel-good holiday comedy, will be playing at the Cligney Theater from December 4th through the 14th. On Friday, December 5th, Hilton Head Island's Christmas tree lighting takes place at Lowcountry Celebration Park from 5:30 to 7:30, and Santa arrives around 5:45 p.m. and will be there for photos until 7, and the tree lighting happens at 6:30. There'll also be live music, a laser light show, food trucks, hot cocoa, and plenty of family activities throughout the evening. And went last year. It's a lot of fun, good times, great music. Bluffton will also have their tree lighting that same Friday at Martin Family Park beginning at 5:30. After the tree is lit, families can head over to Du Bois Park for Santa's workshop. There'll be an outdoor movie showing of Arthur Christmas starting around 6:30. Festivities continue on Saturday, the 6th, starting in Bluffton with the Christmas parade beginning at 10 a.m. that goes through the historic downtown Bluffton. And you can visit their website to see the route and the street closures. And you can watch the parade from Daisy's, where they're having a gala holiday gathering from 10 to 4. With activities such as hot cocoa bar, holiday games, an art market, and much more. I just recently went to my Daisy's. It's a huge outdoor space, so I'm sure that's going to be so much fun. And Washington Square in Bluffton will also have their holiday market from 4 to 7 p.m. with local vendors, and it's a great place for your holiday shopping. And then back on the island, the Winter Wonderland Festival will take place at Shelter Cove Park from 3 to 6. It's free to attend with a visit from Santa, a DJ, and family activities, and food and drinks are sold separately. And Creative Escape, which is formerly known as Hawaii Fluid Art, will have a Santa's workshop on December 6th and 7th at 1 p.m. to make Christmas ornaments, and registration is required. I'm sure those would be really cool, unique ornaments to make too. On Saturday, December 6th, historic Mitchellville Freedom Park begins its Holiday Nights and Lights weekend, running from 6 to 8 p.m. each night through December 8th. It's a drive-through light display that celebrates the historic Gullah community with glowing installations and family-friendly holiday scenes. And get a festive picture with your pet and Santa at the Hilton Head Humane Association on December 7th from 12 to 4. That's what's happening this week. And now for the rest of December. There's the Sparkles and Spirits, which should take place on the 12th at Quarter Deck in Harbortown. Santa will be at the Cottage in Bluffton on the 13th. And you can celebrate the Hilton Head Community Hanukkah celebration on the 14th at Lowcountry Celebration Park. Shop local at Side Hustle's Holiday Market on the 14th. May River Manor will have a holiday movie night on the 19th. Take a ride on the Polar Pines Express in Sea Pines on the 20th. The Jingle Bell Bridge Run will happen on the 21st, along with Brunch with Santa at Alexander's. And the Greg Russell Christmas concert will take place on the 23rd underneath the Liberty Oak Tree in Sea Pines. And on the 27th, there's Sandy Sledding in Sea Pines. There's also Holiday Fun in Harbortown on the 27th and 28th. And again, you can bring the furry friends to see Santa in Harbortown on the 28th. Disney's Frozen is playing at the Art Center until the 28th. The Polar Bear Swim will happen on the 30th in Sea Pines, and you can celebrate New Year's Eve at Harbortown with a ball drop at 7 and 12 p.m. And we will be coming at you with more information about things to do on New Year's Eve.
That is everything happening in December. There's a lot going on during the holidays on Hilton Head Island. So make sure to dial into that newsletter for sure. We're going to update that definitely in the middle of the month with updates on all of the events. It's going to have links to all the events and more information. So again, make sure to go sign up, hiltonheadlivin.com. Okay, so that's everything happening in Hilton Head this December. Let's go back to last week, Thanksgiving week, and talk about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. So, Jess, what'd you do last week?
So there's so much holiday stuff that happens the weekend after Thanksgiving. And so each year I've tried to at least do something new. So this year I did a new holiday event that takes place at the Heritage Farms in Sea Pines, which we are now staying at OT's parents' house. So it was literally right up the street. So yes, hence our new location, our new backdrop. But so yeah, I took advantage that it was right down the street. I could walk to it. And it was the Caramel Apple Festival. And it was delicious. You could either buy a ticket for an apple, or you can buy an all-inclusive ticket that also included face painting, the bounce houses for kids. And they also had games out like Cornhole, there's Jenga, there was Connect 4, they had music on, and they filled a well. Like, I guess it's an extremely old historic well probably or something. They filled that with caramel. And then, so they would then dip the apple in the caramel for that. And then you put your own toppings on it. And it was absolutely delicious. And it was nice, crisp weather. And it's right next to the Sea Pines Forest Preserve. So just went on a nice little walk through there too. So that was very enjoyable, especially after a couple days of not eating the best, us moving, a little hectic the past couple days. So it was nice to get out and about. And then, did you do anything? We moved.
I just spent all week getting the house ready for the people that have rented our old house. So that was what I did last week. Not a whole lot else. Spent some time with the family, living with my parents, seeing a lot of family lately. So we'll keep everybody updated on our move as that goes along. Hopefully we'll have a resolution to that soon. Somewhere to go. But for now, yeah, we're here in Sea Pines and it's going to be a blast. We're having a lot of fun, and we'll check out some stuff while we're here.
Yep.
All right. And as always, we are going to answer the people. And the one question we've been getting asked the most is about date nights. Whether you want something romantic, laid back, or totally out of the box, here are some great date night spots, some of our go-to date night spots. So, Jess, what are some date night spots?
So if you want a date night that feels romantic and a little on the fancy side, this spot checks every box. They're known for their steaks, but the seafood options are just as delicious. So you really can't go wrong with whatever you order. And on the weekends, they usually have live music. We went when Bobby Ryder, who is well known along the island, was singing, and it was phenomenal, completely made the night. We had so much fun. The whole place is just very sleek is how I would describe it. And it kind of feels like you're walking into a restaurant in the city. And I think it might be one of the fanciest or nicest restaurants on Hilton Head. And that is why we love Chop House 119 for a more elevated night. For something romantic, but a little more artsy, this next one has such a great vibe. The room is dimly lit. It's filled with art from local artists. And it feels really warm and intimate. It's a smaller restaurant, so you do want to make reservations a bit in advance. And they're known for their vegan and vegetarian dishes, but they also have great meat options, which is perfect because when my family visited, I took them there. My two sisters are vegetarian, but everyone loved it, including OT, my husband, who does not really eat that many veggies. He got the steak and enjoyed it. And it's the kind of place where you settle into and take your time. And we love going to the studio for that cozy, creative feel. And if you want a date night that feels like an experience, a dinner on the water is such a good way to switch things up. You get a full meal while watching Hilton Head's gorgeous sunsets, the orange and the pink that we all love. If it gets chilly, they do have an indoor area, so you can still be comfortable. It's relaxing, it's different. It feels a little special. It feels very Hilton Head to be out on the water. And it is a sunset dinner cruise with Vagabond. And if you're up for a little bit of a drive, Palmetto Bluff is such a beautiful date night option. It's about 30, maybe 40 minutes from Hilton Head. And when you get to the gate, you just let them know where you're going. You can go to the restaurants and shops there, and they'll let you in. They'll give you a pass to where you're going. And we went for our anniversary, and we started the night with dinner at River House. It's definitely a special occasion kind of place. And before we ate, we also walked around a little bit because it's just so pretty, picturesque, right on the water. It kind of feels like you're on a movie set. At least that's what I felt. And there's also a lot of history there too. They had kind of ruins of the old house that had burnt down. And the food was also delicious at dinner too. Amazing. And then after dinner, we walked downstairs to Hush, which is their speakeasy, which was such a cool way to end the night. We actually had a little trouble finding it. You walk downstairs into like this little square room kind of thing, and there are two huge mirrors on each side, and you open up one of the mirrors to go inside in the speakeasy, and it's a very, very cool vibe. And if you want something that's really different for a date night, this one is such a fun pick. It's part comedy show, part magic show, and the whole experience just keeps you entertained from the second you sit down. And they do have food options there too that you can have beforehand. And so you can make it a full date night, dinner and show kind of night without having to go to different places. And honestly, when we went, we really didn't know what to expect. But we ended up laughing the entire night, and the performers are so good at bringing the audience in. I even got picked to help with one of the skits, which was very fun, and I definitely laughed a lot. But it's silly, it's interactive, and it's the perfect let's just go have fun kind of date, and that's why we love the Comedy Magic Cabaret. If you want dinner with live music, but in a more soulful, laid-back atmosphere, this one is such a great option. They serve dinner so you can settle in and make a whole night revolve around the music. The room itself is warm, cozy vibe, and the musicians genuinely make the night. Steve, who was on The Voice, performs with his band Ear Candy a lot, and I actually did go and see him. People get up and dance in front of the stage. It's so much fun. It's one of the spots where you start out having dinner and then suddenly you're fully in the moment, listening, watching, and dancing, and just enjoying the energy of the room. It feels vibrant, but still really relaxed, which is why Kind of Blue is such a solid date night pick. And if you want a date night that's totally unexpected, this one is so much fun. You can start by racing go-karts, which definitely gets competitive very fast. And then you can switch it up to axe throwing or arcade games if you want to keep the fun going. And they have a little restaurant there too, so you can grab some food and make it a whole night without having to leave again. It's playful, it's interactive, and it brings out that fun competitive side in both of you. Whether you're trying to beat each other's lap times or just laughing your way through the axe throwing, indie karting is such a good way to feel like a kid again and do something different together. OT was a champ at the axe throwing. I was not very good. He, I think got bullseye on his first try without really even looking. And then go-karting too. I think I got bumped out of the way. Go-karting isn't really my thing, but we had so much fun.